player can slide on the top by just going up to the hang top, and we're going to do an auto slide on this. And for the auto slide, go to our hang from top. We'll do a slide delay just so you can see it going. We'll say it's going to take 2 seconds to delay before it starts. And then we're going to say on the slide left to right, we're going to do it's going to slide to the right by about 10. Alright. And then also, let's go ahead and go to the size. We'll just change it up with the Move Tool gizmo. Let's make this one go a little bit further out than the other one. So this is going to be sliding in 1 second, but then when it gets to here, this one's set to 0 by default, so he's going to get to here and then stop because it's only going to be a carryover from this speed, so whatever speed you get to next, that's what's going to get applied to it. So if we were to play here, and there we go. When we play, the one thing to take note of is that when you do exit, it's going to be restarting from that time. So for instance, if I go over here and I jump, and then in 1 second it pushes me over, I hit the trigger for the second hang, it's going to be from here. Now it's going to go back to, actually, let me do it this way so you can see. So you get 1 second here, goes over and stops. I'm still in the trigger area of this one, so if I stop here, it's not going to automatically start pushing me because I'm actually on, I've triggered the second one. Now if I go off of that one and I come back to it, it's going to have the 1 second and then start pushing me again. So if I go over here now, I'm no longer being pushed because I was on this one and I didn't officially get off of it to get back onto that one again. So when you're setting up your designs and things, just be sure that if you're having transitions, be sure that the transition where it gets affected makes sense so that it stays smooth in between each one. Alright, so that's going to give you a good top movement and a slide between those. One other element that you can do with it is you can actually take we'll do one more just so you can see the transition between the two. You can do a second one right here. So instead of going to 0, let's actually change it to a speed. That way you can see a speed occurring here. So we'll say that it actually goes down to just a -1. So it's going to go to really slow, but it'll also be immediate. So right when you hit the trigger, then it's going to start going slower and go through that stage of it. Alright, so go ahead and move the player over. So I'm going to jump. So 1 second, starts moving, and then notice super slow movement. He's just crawling along. Alright, so again, that'll give you that ability to be able to say, I want to change how the player is reacting and be able to change up the different speeds based on which one you trigger.